Welcome, Ignorant Takes podcast. We're here again for another playoff recap. As always, I'm joined by my co-host Brian, and as we agreed upon in a few episodes in on Ignorant Takes, my brother Lamar will be joining us pretty much all the playoffs. More so specifically, after recapping the Lakers Timberwolves series that we both have stakes in. So, how's everyone's night?
Got a dub, 2-1. That's all it is.
Long day. Went from coaching soccer in the morning to somebody's birthday party, one of Jace's little friends' birthday parties to here. So
Here we
been a
are.
long day.
Well,
Been a long day.
all right. Well, without further ado, we'll just go ahead and get into it. It looks like the Magic were able to hold off the Celtics to win a game in Orlando. Still down 2-1. I I think I know I felt that they weren't going to take a game when they weren't able to win with Jason Tatum out. But they clearly proved me wrong. Some will say, well, the refs made some terrible calls or called a different game. I'm like, get out of here. Uh, but
Mhm.
it is what it is. I mean, the foul totals was in favor of the Celtics. So it's just when you're a 3 point shooting team, you're not going to get to the free throw line maybe as often. It was smaller, but 26 total attempts versus 22 total attempts from 23 fouls called on the Magic to 22 fouls called on the Celtics. But 2 point game. Oh, my screen went black here. That was weird. Okay, hold on.
Nah, it's just how we thought. Like the game that we thought they should have won is the game they lost, and the game they won is the one we expecting it to be like 2-1 to Celtics. So
Right.
mm,
Yeah, Apollo's showed up P5, 29 points. Like I said before, he's definitely on the cusp of that superstardom. Franz Wagner uh went crazy for 32. Man, he was at the rim a lot. Like they they couldn't do nothing with him. He didn't shoot well from three for 13, but got 7 points from the line.
God damn,
Yeah,
nigga had a tour date.
yeah, basically. Yeah, 3 for 13 from the 3 point line. He shot the most threes in the game. The next person who shot the most was Tatum at 4 and 10. But he was getting to the basket, post up, mid ranges, areas that I feel that he excels at, and he should do that a lot more than being shooting 13. I would much rather someone else shoot 13 threes than him, but uh, especially when you're going 3 for 13. But they iron one out by 2 points, and now they just see if they can get it back and even the series up. And but they muddy the game up. That's what they're supposed to do. I mean, both teams scored under 100 points. If you have a problem scoring and you're able to muddy the game up and keep other teams from scoring, I think they have a good chance of winning if they can keep it under 100 points for both teams. So, Lamar?
Mhm.
Yeah, the low scoring game definitely benefits more of the Magic compared to the Celtics, as we've all discussed on multiple shows, episodes. The struggle with Orlando is they just can't bit the ball in the rim enough. So if they can keep the team and kind of bunker down defensively, muck the game up, turn it into a ugly, scrappy game, it benefits them. Yeah, Jason Tatum goes for 36 on his kind of return game from that slight injury, but everyone else didn't really show up. Jalen Brown, gives you 19, but from your kind of second fiddle guy, I mean, you can kind of look at the Celtics and anybody can go off for 20 plus on that starting five, but you get nobody to give 20 plus on the entire everyone that at least played. So you did enough to throw them off their game. Obviously, like you mentioned, the free throws, yes, the Magic shot a little bit more, 3-4 more, but Orlando only made one more, 18-19. So it's not like they
Mm-hmm.
won the game at the free throw line. You just kind of took them out of their game, so they couldn't knock down a bunch of threes. But yeah, Orlando getting this one was kind of surprising with Tatum back. Like you mentioned, we thought they were going to get the last game. They kind of threw that one away. Jaylen Brown had a huge game, so for them to get this one, that definitely gives them some confidence. Now they're still going to lose the series, but like I had mentioned, I really want them just to get two wins somehow, some way out of this series and kind of build on something kind of going forward. Caldwell Pope's got to be better. He only had like 3-4 shots.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned Franz going for 13 shooting 13 threes. Like that, you can take 5 of those threes away from Franz and say, Caldwell, you should be shooting those extra 5 threes. Like he has to shoot more. That was one of the reasons they brought him in, is for that 3-and-D, and for you to only get 3 shots up, like that's not gonna cut it. If you were the big acquisition in the offseason. So if you're the big acquisition in the offseason, the one that was supposed to come in and help them with their 3-point shooting, and you're giving the team only 3 shots in 32 minutes, like that, what did we bring you here for? So he's got to be more aggressive from the 3-point line. I think that'll help them. Because I'd rather have Caldwell Pope shooting those extra threes compared to Franz. Franz is, from what we've seen in his short career, hasn't been the best 3-point shooter anyway. So I would give it to someone more like Caldwell Pope to take those extra threes, and I think that helps him get some confidence. It also help Franz and Paulo just get extra looks in better spots, because now the defense is going to have to be worried about another player knocking down some shots, versus they kind of know, like, okay, if this is how they're going to play, we just got to focus on Paulo and Franz, since nobody else is knocking anything down.
Yeah, and they can't be grenades. I mean, he went 0 for 3, 0 for 2 from 3. And I think all those shots were pretty much, the 2 threes were grenades. They weren't even like in rhythm. They weren't off of screens or like set, where defense was double teaming and they pass it out to him and he got a low contested or no contested shot. So yeah, he's definitely got to get more shots. Yeah, for sure. 5 more is 7 shots a game seems pretty reasonable, especially if you can knock down 3 of those 7. 2 of them being threes, maybe get a mid range or a layup or something like that, and get to the line a couple times. That's going to be good enough for him to help push them over the edge and potentially beat the defending champs for another game or 2. But we'll see. I know we all have the Celtics winning that series, just because even though defensively they're just as good as the Magic, the Magic's probably better statistically, but on the offensive side, Boston Celtics should win. They did not play with Jrue Holiday in this game, so that could have been a factor, but 2-point game still, and you're absolutely right. Jaylen Brown has to be scoring over 20 points a game as the second fiddle. So, all right, we're gonna move on. Pacers Bucks. This is the series of home teams, pretty much.
Gary Trent Jr.
Gary Trent Jr.
Sorry,
went
come on, man.
crazy. So my prediction was that Giannis and Dame was gonna go for 80. That didn't quite happen. But you got 37 out of Gary Trent Jr. You got 37 out of Giannis. Giannis had 12 rebounds for a double-double. And they definitely played differently. And it obviously helps when your others, in this case, Gary Trent is knocking down shots. Bobby Portis had a subpar game. AJ Green had 12 points. He shot 50% from 3. Actually, all his points were 3. So 4 for 8. So the others definitely helped. Hallie, went for 14. Pascal 28. Naismith looked good early, but it wasn't late in the game. He didn't look as good. So 16-point game, excuse me, out of the Bucks, 117-101. We got to get more out of Dame than what we got, but he had 5 assists, plus 16 plus or minus. So it's not like he had a terrible game. He did have a terrible shooting game, 1 for 8. and then 2 for 12 from the field goal line, but he knocked down both his free throws. I think he's got to work his way, same thing, inside out, and kind of get that rhythm, get to the free throw line, try to get the free throw line more, and as he gets to the free throw line, then go for those threes. But it's good to see him being aggressive, though. He played 32 minutes today, 37 minutes a couple days ago. After a month, like, I'm pretty sure he's tired of shit. So hopefully he progresses, because they're going to need him in this series, because this one might go 7. So it's going to be a fairly long series.
Well, it all depends on that this game 4 though. They lose game 4, this ain't no 7 game
No,
series.
for sure. I agree with that.
So like, cause
Both
shit,
teams are both teams are broken up.
Shit, man, Gary saved them. If
Yeah,
Gary
for
doesn't
sure.
shoot the way he shoot, they're down
Yeah.
3-1.
3
So
yep, 3-1.
or
Oh no,
yeah,
3-0. 3-0. If they
3-0.
lose game 3, so
They're down 3-0.
yeah.
Gary saved them.
Yeah, 9 for 12, super aggressive, but he's gonna get those shots. I as well as Brook Lopez has shot, through his career, recent, in these last few years from the 3-point line. I do like seeing Gary Trent take 12 threes. Because he's getting them. They're not like contested threes. They're slightly contested
They're
or
good
open
looks.
threes.
I
They're good
agree.
looks. But I don't want to see him shooting contested shots. But that game for sure, I think maybe two or three of them, which is like a fourth of the threes that he shot, were probably
But
slightly contested. But the rest of it, he was hot. He was going.
at that point, the rim is
It's an ocean.
the size exactly. He shooting that bug backwards. He like that's going in.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, now that series is like I said. If they don't win this game 4, that's curtains going back. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't even care because Giannis is averaging 30-35 a game.
Yeah, he's going.
Damn near.
Yeah,
He's getting his. It's what you're getting from the rest of them. Like I said, you got saved by Gary this game,
hmm
but if Dame doesn't show up game 4, we're not getting nothing out of them because Gary's not gonna have that type of game again. Kuzma got an APB on him. Like I don't know where he's at, and then they got what they got my boy
Brook Lopez is a
KPJ.
nothing burger from points wise. Not a
Yeah,
lot of
but
rebounds
I'm
though.
not that. But KPJ, they keep holding him on minutes, so it's kind of like, what are y'all trying to do?
He got 26. I'm not mad at 26 minutes from him.
Yeah, he got more this game, but look, remember last game he had
Over.
15 and had an efficient,
Yeah,
but
but
he
he
was
was 0 for
efficient.
5. And
Yeah, he got 1 point this game. He was crusty. He was out there crusty.
yeah, but he was facilitating really well. Six assists, so he still was helping put points on the board. It just wasn't him putting the ball in the basket. So definitely
A
needs
lot of that has to
more.
do
20,
with the
26,
minutes, though.
yeah, 26 for sure. He's got to play a little more than what he's playing. He should be the guy you're calling sets for off the bench. Either between him and Bobby Porter. So because Bobby, even though he went over 4, I mean they did waste a good game from him in game 2. I think he went for 28 in the second game. So
Yeah, 20.
yeah, so he's also like feast or famine too. Like he had 10 points. So it's necessarily like I wouldn't say famine. He's usually like a epic game and then maybe a solid game because he still had 8 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, a block. I mean those are normal Bobby Porter's numbers, 10 points. So yeah, Kuzma's got an ABB on Kuzma. They got to find him. So, like you're supposed to be the third option on that team.
Minimum, he's supposed to be getting 18. Minimum.
What's his highest from the first game? 12. I think this is his highest pointing outage.
Yeah, he ain't been over 15 in 3 games.
No, yeah, because the first game was zeros. Game 2,
And then last game, I think he had 12.
I think he had 12. So in this game, he
The
had
old
12
niner.
here. So
No, he had 9. He had 9.
9. Yeah, sorry, it didn't bring it back.
Come on, man. He ain't even getting over 15, bro. That's
Yeah, he's got. I think we said that Kuzma has to average 15 in this series. I think we all agreed that 15 would be 15 is
I
solid.
really need. He need that 18. Like 18 is that sweet spot. Is he even getting 15? And
So we'll see. Hopefully they can pull it out for game 4, even the series up and keep it rolling. So all right, game of the night from the other night, Lakers Timberwolves Luka had his flu game, but of course he's not Jordan. He's not Dirk Nowitzki. He's not even Tyler Hero.
That was a
Uh,
difficult stomach situation. Boy, the stomach, something going on with his stomach.
some flu bug or something, not flu bug, some type of bug he got. But he's out there to play 40 minutes. Very subpar for him. Understandable, like I said, you're sick, but I just compared him to like the three greatest flu game or sick game people we are aware of in our time frame. So, um,
That old nigga was hooping. He damn near got him his game. He damn near. I thought this was his game.
yeah,
That man had a 40 piece and was going
30,
stupid.
38, almost a
Hey,
40 piece. Yeah,
he's
38.
Yeah, you going
that,
good.
that old nigga was hooping. I thought
Austin
he was
Reeves
having a.
gave you 20. So
Exactly. I
yeah, that's
told you
another game.
Reeves get to that 20 point. It's a good. It's they doing it. Like I said, I guess you could say it was the Luca not really having his type of decent. He didn't need the 30, but like a 20 25 type from Luca
25. Yeah.
with Braun getting 38 and Reeves getting the mark we need him to be at is 20. That's it. But like I said, I thought Braun was having one of them games, bro. 38, thinking
Yeah,
what 38 and 12. So like in
38,
board
10. 10
shit,
10
double
board.
double,
Yeah, double
double
double.
double, and like and probably
And
I
one
think the
turnover.
five
Yeah, one
one
turnover.
turnover.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
like
turnover.
that was the
Two
Braun
blocks,
game. That's
two
why I was like,
steals. I mean, he was pretty much everywhere. But he's 40. I mean, only the wishy washy Braun fans think that he's gonna be able to carry teams again. Still, the young boys are not. They're. He almost did. Like it was close, but
that old nigga did it.
it was
That's what I said.
there.
'Cause that Braun game,
But
he
then
was
he
gonna have
lost.
one
Then
in
he
series.
lost. Then he lost his wind after a while. Like he usually has that second wind in the fourth and could carry it through. But he definitely was lackluster in that fourth quarter. I had mentioned it, last episode that Minnesota needed to either win the first quarter or keep it within 10. Obviously, the Lakers didn't have that guy who's who was probably the best first quarter scorer in NBA history with Luka, um, doing his normal. He's been averaging almost 16, 17 points a quarter. So in the first quarter, so they didn't get that out of them. They won the quarter. They wound up winning the game, um, and in pretty much dominant fashion. I mean, they won quarters 3 and 4. They did lose quarter 2, but winning that first quarter, I think, is very pivotal for this series or staying within 10 um, for Minnesota to win out this series. So we'll see what Luka's like going forward because I haven't got no reports that he's over it. They do play tomorrow. Yeah, they play tomorrow
Hmm.
in the middle of the
Early
day,
too.
early too. So that's a quick turnaround, 2-day turnaround to get over a stomach bug of some sort.
Hmm.
Usually can affect you.
Get that man some Pepto and a beer. He'll be all right.
Yeah, man, Pepto the beer. Yeah, right. We over there throwing up on the goddamn bitch, but
So hey, sometimes you got to get it out.
you gotta
You got
get
to
it
get it
out. You
out.
gotta get it out there. So, any thoughts on the game, Lamar or Brian? I know you kind of had a little piece on Brian.
Hey, like I said, that old nigga was hooping. I thought it was gonna be his game. The way he was playing, I said, "Oh, this might be the one.
Yeah.
This that one game he got." And he was right there. After,
So you think it's all downhill from here for Brian?
I don't
You
think
think
we
this is
see
the
another
peak? You
like
think it's peak game?
You
38.
don't see this. Yeah,
Yeah,
you need
I
to
don't
see
see it.
25 from him. You
Yeah, I
need
don't see
25 from
another
Brian.
like explosion like 38 plus. Like he may have another solid game where he has like a triple double. Like I can see him like coming out triple double. He probably had like 22, 10, and 10,
Sure.
and a block or two. But like I don't see a damn near a 40 ball. Nah, I think that was that one game, and hey man, that man
Yeah,
VC
21 shots.
hey man
He was putting it up.
His Gatorade bar was flashing.
Yeah, I did like seeing Jaden Daniels attack the basket. He gave you 30. He gave the Timberwolves 30. Ant Man with 29 and Julius Randle with 22. I can't remember because I got a gentleman at my job who's a former coach and a D2 hooper. Um,
Hmm.
and we talk ball like all the time. So I can't remember if it was Lamar that we talked about it with, or it was him where we talk about Randall. Like he for some reason he likes to start in the middle of the court
I
instead
said
of
that.
yeah. So So, not yesterday. In this game, we were seeing Randall attack from the wings instead of attack
From the
towards it,
wings, yep.
and he was. I mean, he's very strong. Like he's a strong guy, and so
He can
he
get
was able to
downhill.
play. He was able to get downhill, and get to the basket. He shot over 50%.
He's similar to
Overall,
Cat.
yeah,
He's similar to Cat to me. When but Randall's I think a little bit more aggressive downhill.
yeah.
And he finishes better. He's a little more athletic, but he's the same as Cat. They fall in love with shooting jumpers so much.
Hmm.
And if he literally just says bumping, I'm about to go downhill, attack this rim,
Yep.
it makes the game easier. And that's what
Yeah.
happened. He was trying to get downhill. Let Nas shoot. Nas is really the better shooter out of them. Let Nas do the
I
shooting. When
agree.
y'all two are on the court, yeah, when them two on the court, man, Julius, you should be trying to run through a nigga chest. If you ain't trying to do that,
Yeah, because
bro,
Yeah, he
I'll
got
let
10
every
free throws.
10 free throws, 9 for 10, and then he went 1 for 4 from the 3 point line. But the one he made was like an open in rhythm shot. The three that he missed were
yeah.
all those cat level ones, like the ones I hate when I see. Why are you
Trying to
dribbling,
dribble.
and then you're pulling up,
Hmm.
contested? Like
Hmm.
it's the worst shot in the NBA in my especially at the top of the key. So if he can limit those instead of shooting that three, maybe shoot a mid range or kick the ball out, find somebody who has a better shot as far as like a more open shot. Because we know
Mhm.
he can score. Like he can shoot. He can shoot well. He can get to the rim. He's got a little bag on him. It's not a terrible bag, but he's got something where he can get to the rim and just like you said, go through a nigga's chest and because he's strong as
Yeah.
shit. There's very few guys in the NBA that probably could stop him from getting to the
10
basket.
free throws. That's what he need.
And a
That
lot
should
of
have been
those,
the goal
and a
every
lot of those
game.
he finished on.
Damn.
A couple of those he finished through contact and once.
Yeah,
So
he had a
Yeah,
good amount of and ones.
yeah,
he's a strong man. He's strong in the post and get to the run. That's what I said. Like he fell in love with the jumper too much. If he puts in his mind, hey, I'm trying to go get 10 free throws a game, he'll average 20. He'll average 20 easily because if you getting 10 free throws, even if he shoots a solid free throw percentage,
I
even if
think
he
he's like
gets
80 some
7,
percent.
8,
He's pretty
yeah.
good at it.
yeah, something. And then
So 8 for 10 a game. So there's
yeah,
80 points, and then you get a couple of them and ones. Shit,
hmm
you 20 points
yeah,
without
20
shooting
points.
threes.
20 points is good because I feel like you're not always gonna get a 25 point out of Jaden McDaniels unless he's attacking the basket like he did yesterday. Like I feel that I mean he shot 5 threes total. He went and overall he shot 13 for 22. So that means 17 of his shots were probably at the rim.
Yeah, that ain't happening again.
I mean, the way he was getting to the basket, maybe it wasn't like he was creating it himself. The game was creating it for him. So Dante DiVincenzo was like I said, he's not gonna get 15 points. I don't need him to get 15 points. The game that he had 3 blocks, 1 steal, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Like I need him to play great defense on one end, knock down a couple shots here and there. You get about 10 points, 12 points. That's good enough for me as long as the defensive side comes out. AR-15 showed up from the 3-point line. I don't know what's going on inside the 3-point line because I mean he shot 5 for 11, which is very decent. Like that's damn
But
near
he normally
50%.
hits those middies and floaters and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
it's
He's
something,
kind of known for
and
hitting
that's
those.
that's this whole series. That's where he's had his most negative point is in the 3-point line. He's just shooting terribly. I don't know if it's the height of Minnesota. I don't know what's affecting him
A lot
in
of
that
those
area.
they're pretty
Some of them are open.
like
Some
normal shots for
he's
him.
missing
Yeah, they're
he's
like
missing
normal shots for
bunnies.
him.
I've seen him miss bunnies.
Hmm.
But I mentioned I said he has to do it in the playoffs. And so far the last 2 games he showed up from the 3-point line. He just hasn't had the complete game. And yeah, he got 20 points, but 15 of the points came from 3. So um, he's got to figure it out. And then he's got one. He shot 50%
A
from the
buck is
line. He's got to be able to finish at the basket, which will open up his 3-point game.
yeah,
Um,
but a
and
buck is still a
a
bucket.
bucket's a bucket, and I'm not saying like I said. I have to acknowledge the fact that he shot damn near 50% from 3, for 5 of 11. Like that's good shooting against a good defensive team, a team that's got a lot of height on them, a lot of length on the perimeter. So, and that's who's he's going
But
against. So,
I told you though. I told you he gonna have one that next game. He gonna have a 20 point. He get 20 points.
Yeah,
That should be looking at winning.
yeah,
I
I
think,
think
like I
I
said,
think
it's one of those.
this this is because the past, he's kind of ramped up. Like the first game was bad, second game was a little bit better. Now it's a little bit more normal. So I think he might be finding a little bit of rhythm. But I think the biggest thing with this, from my perspective, is obviously the Los Angeles Lucas fan, not the Lakers. Just make sure everybody's clear. I'm the Lucas fan. Was Finch. Made some really, really good adjustments offensively and defensively. More so on the defensive side. The way they were playing defense, their closeouts were much better. Their defensive spacing was a lot better in this, and you could just see it on the stat sheet. You got 16 turnovers for the Wolves. You got 10 steals, 16 turnovers for the Lakers and 10 steals for the Timberwolves. So, that says a lot from that perspective. They were just in the right spots, were contesting a lot of shots, making things tough, obviously. I don't think any of us knew until the end of the game that I didn't know anything until I could, watching the game. I was like, why does he look so tired in regards to Luka? Like, he was just breathing heavy the whole game, holding his chest on this thing. Like, I didn't know what was going on. I thought he maybe got injured in the beginning of the game and I missed it or something. And then obviously it came out at the end of the game that he was sick.
Yeah, they mentioned it in the beginning
and whatnot.
So if you missed the beginning,
yes,
yeah, they mentioned it early.
Yeah, so I had missed the beginning, so I didn't know what exactly had happened. So it is what it is. With that, definitely the Wolves outplayed the Lakers more so on the defensive side. Offensively, it was pretty even match, but defensively, the Wolves came to play. I'd say my only gripe with this game is kind of what I texted you guys was. There was just so many touch fouls for the Lakers, and I felt the Timberwolves got to play a lot more aggressive defensively than they were letting the Lakers play, which is my only gripe with the game, but it is what it is. The Timberwolves definitely outplayed the Lakers, so I can't be too mad at that, but that'll be my only thing, especially because, like we mentioned, the standard of that first game, the way they officiated that first game
was the best officiated game this whole
I think it's kind of gone downhill from those two games since. So that I think that's probably why I'm viewing it in that way, because we were like, oh, that was really good officiating. And the second game was okay.
It was in favor of the Lakers in this game. In my mind, there, it was touch stuff, and then it went the other way this game. So hopefully, and then went the other way. So game 4 we get a more even officiating.
Yeah, game. So I feel like you had mentioned, it was that, like you had mentioned on that podcast, where oh, we didn't officiate so good on this particular play, so let me make it up on this play. Maybe they were like, oh, we didn't officiate the best towards Timberwolves for game 2. Let's make it up on game 3 type of thing, which is stupid, but it is what it is. I agree. I think if hopefully Luka's feeling better, but I think regardless, we know what Luka is come after a bad game. You can kind of expect. You're probably going to have 32 plus in this next game away, and I think physically, if both teams can play physically, and we do get a regular Luka performance, I think LeBron's going to go down from the 38. Obviously, he's probably going to be back to his regular 25, whatever the case may be. But like I mentioned, Austin Reeves seems to be ramping up here. In these games, he's getting more comfortable. I think he may be figuring certain things out. If he starts hitting that mid range and those layups, it might be a huge thing come that game 4. But I got Lakers probably another narrow game, similar to this one. This one slightly started to get away at the just at the end. Pretty much after LeBron dropped that, he hit those 2 threes, and then he dropped that fucking butterfinger ass, nigga ass, bitch ass. What the fuck are you doing? Catch the ball, nigga. The fuck you doing? You a grown ass man. Catch the fucking ball.
Drops the pass. He's a former tight end.
Drops. Yeah, I'm a Luka's a natural quarterback, and I'm a natural receiver. Catch the fucking ball.
Catch the ball. Nigga. Catch the ball.
Catch the ball. Damn. And then he want to sit there and don't look at here. Look at me in my face, LeBron. I'm talking to you. I don't want you smiling with fucking Anthony Edwards no more. Don't be over there hee-hee-eyeing. You are down by 10.
Over there
you fucking laughing. you got Ant over there. I knew he was gonna shoot it. No, he wasn't gonna shoot it because he dropped the fucking ball. He ain't gonna shoot shit. He dropped the ball. Don't laugh with another nigga on the other team. I swear to motherfucking God. I don't want to see this shit no more. Nice ass nigga. You too nice. Soft ass, big 6'8", whatever you are. Soft. Don't you laugh with another nigga. What the fuck? Laugh with your teammates when you up 15. Laughing with the enemy down 10. Boy, MJ would fucking never. What the fuck?
Fuck, nigga.
God damn it.
That man just said LeBron be wearing blinky dudes.
You're like fucking doodle ass.
Kiki.
Doodle ass nigga. What the fuck?
Over there,
Yeah, I want to see Kiki. You go home and Kiki with Savannah. What the fuck you kikiing with Anthony Edwards for? What the fuck?
Down what?
Down fucking 10 laughing. Boy, you lucky. Soft. You think I give a fuck about your 38 points? No, I care about you laughing with the enemy. Why are you laughing with the enemy? You think when they was in the trenches in Vietnam they was laughing? No. It was serious. I'm gonna go over here and laugh with this dude who over here killing us. I'm gonna go laugh with him because he's killing us. That's what they do when in war. No, they don't do that. So I don't want to see you do that. God damn it.
The Art of War wasn't wrote by Shang Tsung. It was written by Lamar Harrell. Moving on.
Fucking soft ass.
Moving on to today's games. Cleveland Cavaliers beat the dog piss out of the Heat today, and this is all following, because Garland and Hero has definitely been kind of trading some jabs with each other. Hasn't favored obviously Hero with them being down 3-0. Darius Garland, I think
he put 33 on him. No,
he didn't play today.
No, I'm saying in that game after that game he was talking, he had 33 though.
Yeah. So
they had the chance to win that last game. It's done.
Yeah, this is a wrap.
It's done.
I think I said this was a sweep anyway. It was gonna.
We all said it was a sweep.
That said they needed that win last game. That was like their better chance. It was a close game, but they couldn't pull that off. Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, it's a wrap. No Garland tonight, toe injury. Tyler Hero, 13
big
points.
toe ass nigga. What's wrong with him?
Yeah, but they clearly didn't need him. 124-87. So Cavaliers didn't even break the 100 point plane. So not much to really talk about for this one. It was definitely a defensive masterpiece.
Yeah, it's over with.
It's over with. They had five people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in double digits. And that's with their backup guard, Sam Mir. I don't even know how to say his name. Muriel, with a nothing burger. But they didn't need.
There's been a lot of nothing burgers in this playoff so far.
There has been a lot.
From a point standpoint, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either. I don't know either. But do we even want to talk about this game?
Now. No, man, that's done. 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
1, 2, 3 Cancun.
They don't even gotta go anywhere. They just go home to Miami. Go to the beach.
What do they do to go to Cancun for? They're in Miami. You're right. Fair point. Like, why spend money to go to Mexico?
Nah, they want to get out of Miami because all the Miami fans are gonna be like, "Yeah, sorry." And
I mean, honestly, you know what? Miami's so effing expensive. You're paying so much for subpar food anyway in Miami. So, just it's
1, 2, 3 Cancun.
1, 2, 3 Cancun. Go to Hollywood Beach or go somewhere else. All right, moving on. The Thunder swept their series. I don't know why the game was so close.
Next.
Nothing worth talking about. Next, all right.
Next.
Get them out of here.
It's not even
on television.
1, 2, 3. They're going to game.
TNTs. Why were they on TNT every
1, 2,
game?
3 Canada.
That
was 1, 2, 3.
What the fuck was that about?
I don't know.
Because they wanted to let Shea get hit. They wanted to let Shea get his burn. But like, come on, bro. That was the worst series to put on national spotlight.
Yeah.
Every game too.
Every game was on TNT. I don't understand it either. But moving on. Nuggets Clippers, another close game.
Aaron Gordon, dog
Okay,
fight.
Dave, listen,
But
I don't even know how
Nuggets smoked.
he got there.
Nuggets smoked a 10-point lead in that last 2 minutes.
They
They smoked that mug. Aaron Gordon building it out, and that was very close. Like literally, that
that
was
game
very
was
close.
closer than it should have been because Denver was basically winning the game from jump. I mean, they did lose the second quarter by 3, but they were still up by 1 at halftime, and then they came out 35-17 in the third quarter, and then just blew that away with a 16-34 fourth quarter, and they needed some heroics from Eric Gordon, their third option, essentially. I mean,
Fourth, I would say fourth.
yeah, fourth,
Depending on the games.
yeah,
Depending on the
because
games.
Michael Porter Jr. of course, but yeah, Joker, threw up a Hail Mary fade away from
I didn't like that
coaching
shot.
line. It was a
I didn't.
shitty shot, and had it been
Which
for
is
Eric Gordon's
kind of
timing,
questionable from him with his IQ.
yeah, that was awful, and it was a double team. He was double teamed, and he threw that thing up, and Eric Gordon timed it so well. He timed it way, yo. What the fuck?
Hey,
This man got
yo,
problems,
pause.
bro.
Hey, yeah,
He threw the basketball
hey,
up.
We done got 3 podcasts in a row. This man
bro,
is. Are you joining the other side
it's
on this?
out
What's
of
going on
pocket,
here?
bro.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on here?
We found out you was
That
listening to
was
Kendrick in the back talking
that
about freaky head. Boy,
that
you
was
wild as
crazy.
hell.
I didn't think about it until because I don't know if you saw my face when I said, did I say that out loud?
This nigga pulled a Draymond. This nigga pulled a Draymond. Like, yeah, we gotta get up front. Wait, hey, yo,
Yo.
wow.
My bad.
Yeah,
Hold
Pause.
on now. Hold
He
on
threw the basketball up.
He just
Essentially.
say he took a terrible shot. That's it. Yeah,
Shitty
gotta go
shot.
there.
Stop. Don't even say the word through. Just drop that entire word out your vocabulary.
He shot the ball subpar, and Eric Gordon came down with the ball for a putback dunk.
Crazy part is they could have caught it. They could have caught a foul on that too. He got
That
he got
should've been
smacked
an
across
and
his arm too. Yeah, so
Yeah, it could have been anyone, but the game was
Not
over.
boxing out. Got to box
Gotta
out.
box out.
Got to box out.
Gotta find somebody.
Got to find somebody.
Put a
yeah,
forearm
that
on
was
their
a must
chest.
win though. That was a must win for Denver though. That was a must win. Because if they didn't win that shit was done. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was over.
Yeah, especially with how Game 3 went out. I mean, that was obviously the outlier of this series. All the rest of those games have been within 3 points. So, or
Mhm.
3 points or less, excuse me. And the Clippers just they just came out and beat the shit out of the Nuggets in Game 3. And it looked like the Nuggets were going to return the favor, but obviously they gave the game away.
They blew that lead. I ain't gonna lie. Kawhi back. What I seen that man just do in that last quarter, him just taking over, I was like, yeah, that's back. Especially that last 2 minutes. I think he ended up getting I think he scored 6 out of the last 10 buckets for them and had 2 steals and facilitated for them. That man back.
Yeah, he's a problem. I've always said this. Kawhi Leonard, hands down, is better than LeBron James if he would have been healthy. We wouldn't even be
Healthy
talking about
Kawhi is definitely him.
it. And that's kind of embarrassing. All the people that have won championships in LeBron's era, when he's had the reins, and all kind of champions have come in Kawhi. If Kawhi would have been healthy, we would not be talking about LeBron James as the greatest in the conversation, greatest player ever.
I want to talk about Kawhi's championship because he got a free one. He got lucky. He got lucky. KD got hurt, and then Clay got hurt. They got lucky.
But this game was I mentioned it. Whoever wins the second quarter wins the game. The Clippers did win the second quarter of this game, and so they proved my stat line. I mean, but this is all stats eventually have outliers. So, 3 for 4 so far. But we'll go ahead and move on to a series that without Jimmy, I was like, I don't know if your Warriors would have been able to win this out, and they stole a game. So, they're Warriors they should have
stole game 2.
Yeah,
We should have stole game 2. We just couldn't get past the 12-point hunt. Every time we got to 12, we turned the ball over. They turned the ball over. Dumb stuff. Kept getting it down to 10. Getting it down to 9. I was like, bro, they get it down under 10 with this last 6 minutes of that game. And I'm there watching it live. That shit, bro, they just gave it away. Like every time, get a stop.
Why don't you go suit up? Get your ass on the court.
Yeah. All right, look, shit. At that point, Steve Kerr was putting in everybody from the bench. He damn near put the water boy in. Shit. He put in Spence. He put in Spence. Spencer was hooping that game, but going like this game, I knew it was gonna be different at home. It's just same thing. Slow starts. Every game has been a slow start, and I don't did it. But like I said, you got Steph. Gary Payton made some good plays at the end, but Steph averaging 30 a game can't do nothing different.
He's gonna need to. Jimmy Butler was a coach's decision to be held out. I think he's got a
It's
gluteus
a
maximus something
it's a
going
hip.
on.
No, it's a hip contusion.
Pelvis contusion.
Pelvis
Yeah.
contusion. Okay, I thought I heard glute, but anyway,
Mm.
it was say Jimmy give him extra
He'll
day of
play-
rest. Give him a couple of days of rest, which is great. But
He's playing Monday.
He's got about 3. He's got about 3 days. Yeah.
yeah,
2,
he's
3
playing
days.
Monday. So
He's playing Monday.
he's got what
And
5 days because they played 2 days ago, and then he didn't play today. So yeah, he got 5 days of rest basically.
technically, he gets about 4 if you consider game was Wednesday. So you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
But
and
I
then
thought he got
tomorrow.
hurt
Let's do
early.
that.
Was it in the second
He-
quarter? He
It
got
was
hurt?
it was in the first. It was right in the first quarter. It was end of the first quarter, going into the second. But still, you still got to remember he didn't really had too much rest. That nigga was watching, but full days for Jimmy's playing Monday, and yeah, I can't wait because he's gonna get pissed off, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think so too. And then I believe Steph is, even though he's been averaging 30 basically, he's found a way around the physicality, and they're practically molesting fucking Steph
Bruh.
Curry, man.
I said, bro,
I have never seen someone just be grabbed and they're not calling it. Like they're literally grabbing him.
at least take my man out to lunch and dinner or something. Like, damn.
Jeez, and
And on the broadcast, they said something like, "What did he say?" He's like, "Oh, the refs typically don't call that when you're just standing still, so you got to move." And I'm like, bruh, he's been moving.
He's
He
trying
don't stop
to
moving.
he
move.
don't be.
Like, he
Basically, don't
exactly.
stop.
He don't
The only
stop
time he's
moving.
not
So what
moving
he's
is
like,
when the
getting
ball's
grabbed the whole
not
time.
like the ball is in the ref's hands. That's the only time he's standing still.
Exactly. He's trying to move it. Nigga, like I said, they're holding him, but it is what it is. But it's just like, come on, bro. Like there's some times where it's like, bro, he's clearly being held, and y'all won't call it. And it's like, but then you go down the next play and we'll call a simple hold or something on them, and it's just like, bro, come on, like make it make sense.
Little soft nudge, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
But
weird.
the Rockets, nobody getting over 20. That spells disaster. Nobody
I
getting over
told you
20.
that was Jalen Green's best game was that second game. That I don't is
That's
the
2 games
issue.
in a row with or two games in the series. He's only had 9 points. Like that.
Mhm.
You're your team's first option. You're supposed to be
should be.
Technically,
the
I feel
scorer of
And
the
he
I
team.
feel
should
like
be.
Sengun's their
Sengun
first
should be the
option,
first
and
option.
he struggled this game. I think Draymond played a good role in his head this game. So I'm like, you can kind of see he was some of those easier shots he was making like the first 2 games, these push shots, these hooks. He had them in the first quarter, going into the second, but that second half he struggled making them.
There's a couple of points where he was getting that ball right at the free throw line, and he'd be wide open, and he like froze up.
Hesitate.
Like multiple times he caught it, and he could have just like, I don't know, he just should have just bucket, but he like froze up.
Yeah,
He could
first
try to,
half he
like,
was shooting
try to
those.
do too
Second
much.
half he wasn't.
It was good to see
I agree.
JK get some burn. It was only 17 minutes.
He got burned last game. I was happy for him, and I think he might play more Monday too for Jimmy. Even though Jimmy's gonna be probably
I
suiting
think he
up,
earned
I
it.
think
I mean, he didn't. He had 1 turnover.
he came in and hooped.
He came
He's
in
been
the
hooping.
hoop, and all the shots that he shot were mismatches, and he tried to take advantage of the mismatch. Obviously, you're still a little rusty. You haven't got a lot of burn, so to expect him to
He was missing some chippies, like normal
he was
finishes.
he was missing things that like had he been playing regularly, I'm pretty sure he'd have knocked down way more than that. I think he'd have shot.
I'm
6 or
pissed
7.
off. But you know what I am mad about is them fast breaks with him out there, and they're throwing the ball like the man is 6'10" and can jump out the gym. But Draymond pissed me off for like 2 of those where he threw the ball behind him instead of throwing it to the rim. Bro, he's 6'10" and jump out the gym, bro. If that was Wiggins, he would have threw it up to the rim. JK does the same thing. Like, bro, he's an athlete. Throw that mug up, bro.
Yeah, throw it at the rim. Let him go get it. I mean, you don't even got to throw it at the rim. Throw it to the corner
He's
of the
gonna
box.
go get it.
He's gonna go get it.
He's gonna get it, bro.
So Yeah, a couple of them didn't go his way, but it's all right.
Again,
I think it's
they
good to
shoot
see him
bad.
get burned because I think he's a talent. I think he's got value, not just on the Warriors. I
I
think
don't
he
care.
fits perfectly on the Warriors. But if he goes to another team, he's going to be
I've
a
been
good centerpiece.
I've been telling you what I've been telling you for like 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
3 years.
Kerr just don't.
Steve Kerr.
I mean, he
He can't
wasted
use talent.
Wiseman.
Fire him.
Wiseman is.
Well, nah, he wasted Wiseman, but he didn't at the same time. Like Wiseman, when he finally got healthy, it was like year 4,
Mm-hmm.
like from that broken foot.
Yeah.
So it kind of was like, we already in motion. But early on, he didn't know how to use him. Same thing with JK. Like he wants to not use him and don't. But it's like, bro, just let him score.
You got to use him like how Jimmy is placed. You just
That's
put
what
him
he's
in the
doing. He's just
same
attacking.
spots.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's just attacking, bro.
You can't expect him to be another 3-point shooter. Like he gonna get open 3-point shoots. He's shoots pretty average, but you can't expect him to essentially be a Clay. Like you can't. And I think that's the way they're
He's
using
worked on
him.
his jump shot. I will say this: he's
Mhm.
worked on his jump shot. His 3-pointer is a lot better. He's worked on that because they used to just leave him open.
But I'm happy if he
Mhm.
shoots 3 and makes 1. I'm okay with him shooting 33%. Like
Yeah.
that. But as long as the rest of his shots, and he shoots, basically, we'll say he gets 8 shots a game, 9 shots a game. The rest of those have to be somewhere at the basket, trying to find mismatches, making plays, or even if they're lobs,
Dunker spots,
dunker
slashing.
spots. Yeah, but he gets 3 open threes and makes 1 of them. I'm happy. He makes 2 of them. It's even better. I don't think he's gonna make all 3
GP
of them.
hit 2 big ones.
Yeah, so that's what it's gonna come down to. for
GP
him.
had a 9.9 point run there at the end of the game.
Yeah, GP.
He hit 2 big threes. He hit 2 big threes too. It was just needed.
Yeah, he absolutely needed it. Bobby Hill, stop dribbling the fucking ball. Start letting that thing go.
But he shoots a higher percentage when he's catching and shooting than he does trying to dribble. It's been shown. He shoots like almost 60 to 70% off catch and shoots. When he dribbles, he's like 20%. Bro, stop it.
He stayed trying to dribble
So
and
you
shoot.
trying to just shoot. This
Come on,
catch
bro.
the
It's not
ball.
you.
And if you're not open, dribble enough to find a good pass and move out the way.
He has a quick, bro. He
Or
has a
just
quick
do the Steph
release.
Curry, just pass and move.
Yeah.
Bro, no, he has a quick release. There's times where he gets the ball and he's open or has a window and he
don't
looks
shoot.
and then tries to dribble. And then
And
next
tries
thing you
to
know, he
dribble,
taking
yep.
some bullshit. Like, bro, just let that hoe go.
Let the hoe go.
Yeah,
Ain't that a quotable?
He'd be kind of scary with some of them threes. I think he's an overthinker though. Like he'd be like, oh they're
Yeah,
closing
but that's
out
the
on me.
thing.
Boy, if you don't just put it up.
But he never used to be like that though. He used to let that hoe fly.
Hey,
Now he like
boy, if you don't just put it up, it's crazy. What the fuck?
So-
You need to pause. No, fuck y'all. This nigga said
No,
that
wasn't that bad.
You said, boy, if you don't put that up. That was crazy. That was
What?
crazy. That was crazy.
That was it.
That was crazy.
Hold on, you talking about we all heard you throwing stuff up over there, so chill
boy,
out.
you reaching way more than Tay-Rock did in a rap battle
Yeah,
right now, boy.
Like I was in conversation. I was mid conversation. You throwing up out of
He was
context.
waiting because he down here.
I wasn't waiting for
saying
nothing.
out of pocket. Well, yes, you was.
That
That's
was
why you
out
was.
of
Ooh.
I said, that was crazy. I said, whoa,
You
that
ain't
was
get your
crazy.
kangaroo monkey ass on somewhere, boy. Coolest monkey in the gym
That
ass.
was
Reaching
nigga.
for
crazy.
bananas. Get out of here, little fruity old Johnson.
Reaching ass nigga, bro. Just
But
because
go
you
ahead.
the last 3 episodes done,
You done got
said some
caught
very
up 3
questionable
episodes in a
shit.
row.
That was crazy. That was crazy. But go ahead.
Yeah, he just
bro.
got to,
It's done.
he gotta shoot. He gotta shoot on the catch.
Yeah.
But-
Like Jabron said, he definitely overthinks it. I think he overthinks it because of the team he's on. He's never been on this good of a team. He's kind of always been like that pseudo second, third option. He's like a third, fourth option. So I think he overthinks it too much. Where he's like, dang, I don't want to shoot the ball too many times or whatever the case may be. But it's like you shoot the ball the same amount of times anyway. You just take an extra dribble or 2 for no reason. So like if you're gonna shoot it,
Just
shoot it off the catch versus shooting off the dribble.
You shoot better off the catch than off the dribble, bro. Clay
that's what the offense
shot
wants you to
better
do
off
anyway.
the catch. Look, Clay shoots better off the catch than the dribble. Guess what Clay do? 9 times out of 10, he's pulling that mug off the catch.
He's pulling it, fuck it.
Do the same thing. Exactly. You shoot at a high clip and like, come on,
I
bro.
don't understand why Jay Sean Tatum's not getting no burn though.
We they don't feel like it's a good matchup.
Or Whitmore either, right? Because Whitmore is
Yeah,
Cam
they feel
is
like it's not a good matchup. They like the matchup that they going with. They don't. I don't know what Ime's doing. I thought Cam would have probably played more this game because they need somebody to score. I told you if they can't score, they go through droughts and they don't get
Oh,
turnovers.
Jason has a
It's
right ankle injury. That's what I thought it was said coach's decision, but it was a right ankle injury. So I understand him being out,
whatever.
but Cam should be getting a little burn too. I mean,
They, like I said,
Ime's looking very much like fucking Tibbs right now.
hmm he just been running with them
Eight
same
man
lineups.
rotations. Yeah, but
These boys is out here shooting tour dates. Like I said, Fred shot terrible. Then their backcourt shooting terrible. Every time they backcourt shoots terrible, they lose.
yeah, they shot a combination of
Brooks being in
four.
foul trouble kind of screwed them over because he was having a good game, 4 for 8 from the field, 3 for 4 from the field.
He
So
fouled
him
out.
him being in foul trouble,
Fouled out the game.
yeah, that
And it's
because
Dylan Brooks,
that's your
bro.
point of
Nobody.
attack from a defensive. But I'm saying more so from the defensive side. That's like him and
No, he ain't. That
Amir
man is
Thompson
now
are
the
your point
second.
of
He is the
or
second.
are
He
your
is
point of.
really the third option. Because really,
No, I'm
it's
saying
him
from a
in.
defensive standpoint. I'm saying
Yeah,
from a defensive, Amir Thompson and Dylan Brooks are kind of your point of attacks, if you will.
yeah.
You kind
I
of
ain't gonna
look
lie.
at
They might as well sit Dylan.
them for defense.
I think they should switch it. I think they need to sit Dylan and let Tari start. Because Tari has a better defensive rating than him. I feel like he's a better defender. I feel like if they're gonna make any change, I would sit down. I would sit Dylan and
He's
let Tari start.
too much. What is
He's
it?
a
Too
wild
much.
card though.
Yeah, wild card and like the kind of the spirit of the team factor, kind of like what Marcus Smart for a while was for like the Celtics, where like you were
You're
kind of
right.
like, why is he getting so much
Type
minutes? Why
shit.
is he playing? It's kind of that like spirit of the defense, spirit of the team factor, where he can, and he's a wild card. He can randomly get you like a 25-point game, like and you're like, what the fuck? I mean, and if he plays more, he probably has it today because he shot the ball well, 4 from 8 from the field, 3 for 4 from three. If he's not in foul trouble, he probably does get you a 20-point performance, and the game could be a little bit different. But yeah, you got nobody in 20 point at the 20-point mark. You're not gonna win a game. You're
Yeah,
not gonna win a
he
game
was on
with
he
nobody
was on
on
the
the team
cusp
getting
for
20.
sure, having one of those games, 25-point games. I mean, 28 minutes fouling out in 28 minutes with 13 points
It's crazy.
is crazy. In a
Crazy. You
48-minute
hacking
game,
like a
you
motherfucker.
hacking crazy,
You
bro.
hacking,
Yeah,
boy.
so I mean, he played every minute but 20 minutes, so he basically missed the entire half pretty much. I know it's a little more than that, it's a little less than that, but like, yeah, he was on the cusp of having one of those games, but he's fouling the shit out of people. Just yeah, you can't foul out. You can't foul out,
I don't believe in that.
especially when you're one of these, yeah, one of the guys who's hunting people.
Kind of gets looked upon
Yeah,
and leadership too. Your
yeah,
team looks for you from the leadership standpoint, and
yeah,
you're out of the game.
yeah. On the bench, cheerleading. All right, moving forward to tomorrow's games. So we'll go from earliest to the late night stuff. So starting with Knicks Pistons, followed by Lakers Timberwolves, Celtics Magic, Pacers Bucks. So the Knicks, it, it looked like the
Give me
reverse
Pistons in a
today.
bounce back game.
I think they have a
Give me
bounce back
Pistons in a
game as
bounce back.
well. And I mean they almost stole that game 3. I mean they lost by 2. For some reason, the home team has just been getting dominated. Like it just felt like the Knicks were dominating that game, even though it wound up close. Just like the Pistons at game 1 and 2, they kind of were dominating the entire game until they lost in that first game, and then they held out in game 2 to finish and win. So it's kind of weird seeing two teams that have really good home crowds basically giving away games in the home court. So this is definitely probably a 7-game series. I think some of us
Shout out
call
Tim
it 6.
Hardaway Jr. He had a great
Yeah,
game.
yeah, for sure.
He disappeared though after he
After
hit those first 5 or whatever it was, 4 or 5 threes he hit in a row. Boy missed his next 5. I think he missed his next 5 out of 6.
Yeah,
Like, And the 6-1 he hit was that one at the end where it was just like he just shot it real quick. Didn't really matter if he made it or not. The game was like they weren't about to
Game
win
was
that game.
basically over. I think they had
So,
1.7 seconds left or something like that. So
yeah.
was that the game that they also had the game 3 was the one where it should have been an over and back call on Brunson. Was that game 3 that happened? Yeah.
Yep. That was a missed call right there too. Yep.
Yeah, he caught that ball. Yeah.
Blatant missed call.
Blatant missed call.
Ref
Ball was
standing
in
right
his
there.
hand. Yeah, there shouldn't be no moment. I hate this momentum rule. Like, catch the ball. If you where the ball is touched is if it goes across, it goes across. Stop. This stupid momentum shit is dumb as fuck. Like, it's a travel.
You look like a touch ball nigga.
I don't touch this. Well, we look like motherfuckers, so I guess we the same. Fucking bastard. You're a rat bastard, man.
Well, Malik Beasley's due for a game. He hasn't had a good game in any of these series so far. So Malik Beasley's due for a game, like we had mentioned.
Nigga, fuck you and Malik Beasley. Let's start there.
We might have to stop doing late night recaps, bro. That man really a wild boy.
Yeah, he got other things on his brain clearly. But Beasley's due for a big performance. I don't know what's going on with his shooting. In these first 3 games, he hasn't shot the ball well, and that's kind of surprising. From him,
listening to Gucci
home.
Man too much.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him, but Schroeder's been he's steady. Schroeder's been a steady performer. Been helping Cade, but once again they lose the game in a game that Cade doesn't hit the 27-point mark. So he's gotta hit 27. Like, there's no ifs and or buts about it.
Yep.
He has to hit 27. I don't care what he got to do. He has to hit 27 points because clearly they needed it. Like, he makes one more shot, tie game. He makes 2 more shots and gets past that 27 mark. They win the game. So he's got to be more efficient because he was aggressive. He was just kind of missing some stuff there. But he's got to be a little bit more efficient, stay aggressive. Schroeder, like I said, it's been a steady hand. You kind of throw away a Tim Hardaway performance because I don't know if Tim Hardaway is going to shoot that well again. At least in that kind of spurt of those first, what was that first half where he kind of went crazy. Yeah. In the second half, he kind of just felt like I said he missed 5 of his next 6 He missed 5 of his next 6 shots in that second half. So you kind of lost maybe that performance there. But if Malik Beasley can make up for that, which we've all kind of stated, he's due for a 25-point game. So maybe this is the one that he gets.
20-point game would help.
Yeah, he got to do something.
20-point game. They win by 8. He scores 28 points. He scores 20 points. They win by 8 or win by 6. So he's definitely due. But Cade, I think Cade has to figure out how to get to the line. If he can get to the line more, because I think in that first game, didn't he get to the line pretty often? Like, yeah, he got to the line 12 times. He shot 12 free throws in the second game.
I think they're also calling it a little bit different, though. I think they're calling it a little bit different.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta force the refs to make the call, and I don't think he's making the plays to get the calls that he needs to the line. Sometimes
I think there's a couple times.
It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50.
I think he's been there. It's just there's some calls that he got in the first 2 games he didn't get in game 3.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but 3.
You could definitely tell he was frustrated too.
Yeah, but 3 free throws is not enough.
Hey, sometimes you gotta
call. Yeah, you gotta act. You
better do something.
So, fall
you better make it sound like you got hurt.
Hold your eye and then look up and see if the ref is calling in your favor. Fucking bitch ass.
Because these refs like to blow the whistle after the play. Like the opposite team doesn't take 3 dribbles the other way and then they'll blow it, call a foul. So yeah. You gotta do something like that. You can't just be like and 1 every time. No, that don't work. You gotta act like you got hurt.
Something.
Before there's even contact, you should already be
Hey, it's a
freaking get the
foul.
layup.
Yeah,
Yes,
something.
you got to be doing something. So he got to do something because that's what JB be doing. Jalen Brunson be before even there's
Ain't nobody even
an
touched
ounce
him.
of
The wind
contact.
blew.
Yeah,
He going the whole other
he's
way.
already he's flying. So you got to do
Yeah.
something. You got to do something.
LeBron
You got to do
James
something
catching
to
a
get
screen
people
from little
attention.
old Derrick Rose. He's in the crowd at half court. Catch a screen. He's in the
You got to do
crowd.
something.
At the
So
baseline. You gotta figure it out,
you
man.
got to he got to do something. But I think like I said, 27 points out of him. Malik Beasley gives you 20 or more because from what we've seen, Schroeder has been a steady hand.
A
He's
solid
hooping.
15 from Tobias wouldn't be
Yeah,
bad.
True.
yeah. I mean, he the last game he didn't play well, but the two performances other than that, I think
He
he
did
had
play well. I
15
think.
both
Yeah.
those games.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see what happens. Role players play better at home, so they're definitely hopefully due for a big performance. But we'll
Malik
see
needs
because
to.
if Cat plays like that again, they might be cooked because Cat was hooping. He was hooping last game. He was being aggressive. He was getting to the head down, trying to get to the basket.
This is.
He was shooting. I think he only shot three threes. Like he didn't shoot that many threes last game. So if you get a aggressive Cat, OG was knocking down shots.
8.
So
He made 4 of 8.
yeah. Okay, so 4 of 8, boom. Like,
Yeah.
and those weren't his typical trying to do too much. A lot of those were in rhythm, good quality shots. So if you get that out of Cat, they might be cooked on that end. But you kind of know Cat when he gives you one of these performances, that
It's
next performance is probably gonna be some dumb shit because he gets overconfident.
yeah. And then he starts
Mhm.
dribble, shooting contested threes. It's dumb. So yeah, I expect Cat to have a bad game in the next game. So sell your stock on Cat. Sell your stock for the next game. All right, moving forward. Lakers Timberwolves. Man, this should be the
If
game of
they
the night.
don't,
This should
if they
be.
don't, I call Lakers in 5, but if they don't win this month, mm-mm, I ain't gonna
It's
lie,
gonna be tough.
it's gonna be tough. If they don't win this,
But
if
this
they don't
this
win
the game
this,
to buy your
Who is
stock in
they?
Luca.
Who's they? Is the Lakers
I
don't win
just said
this?
it. If the Lakers don't win
If the
it, it's
Lakers don't
gonna
win
be
this,
tough. I said it.
it's gonna be tough to come back
I
and
still
clean.
had. If they don't win this game, cool. But it might be done. If they win this game, they can momentum.
Mm-hmm. Luca, take the over. Look at me, everybody. Look at me. Take the over.
He's just
He
right.
had he
This
had he
is
had 17 points last game. Take the over.
We're
I
not financial
promise you.
advisors.
disclaimer here. We're not
I
financial
promise you.
advisors.
I promise you. I'm a financial
We're not
advisor.
sharps.
Take the over.
Take the over.
Take the over.
I just want to let
Take it.
everyone know
If it's
that
40, take the over. If it's 60, take the over. I don't care what it is. Take the
Hey,
over.
Gamblers Anonymous is a thing.
call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Take
1-800-GAMBLER.
the over.
Also, I just want to remind everyone that he did say take the over last time before this game.
But we didn't know he was sick. That wasn't fair. We didn't know he was sick.
Hey, man.
We weren't privy to the information.
I just
We
let
weren't
just
privy.
Yeah,
we
ain't
don't
gonna
know
lie,
if
he
he's
played
healthy
40
still.
minutes.
We don't know if he's
He
healthy
played 40
still. You
minutes,
tell him
so
take.
I think that qualifies.
That does call. He did play 40 minutes though. He was out there on the court, sick or not. We've
So
seen.
hey, sometimes you got to be there as a decoy. He didn't. LeBron shot 21 shots. Lucas shot, I think, 17 or something like that. So
That old
Luca
nigga
don't
had
shoot 17
38.
shots.
And
Yeah,
nigga did
so
have
that's what I'm
38.
saying.
Lucas shot 16 shots in game 3.
See, when's the last time you seen Luca shoot 16 shots? He
It's
averages about 20
it's
shots
because
a game.
that old nigga was hooping. That's why.
I don't.
Luca was going decoy mode. He was decoy. He
But
was
yeah,
decoy.
no,
He didn't do a
lose
great
it.
job. They
It's
lost by
tough.
12.
That's what I'm saying. Lakers lose it. It might be curtains.
Yeah, I mean, I still said 6. I foresee the Lakers pulling it. I'm hoping that they don't win tomorrow. Like, if the Timberwolves can defend home court, that works in their favor. And I did call if the Lakers can't win in 5, they're not going to win. So they're up 2. It's 2-1. So the 5 games is over. The 5 game, there's no way they can get to 5 games. So it's going to be a 6 or 7 game series. Either way it goes, it seems, unless Timberwolves win tomorrow night and then find a way to win in LA on the 30th, which I don't think is going to happen. I think you're going to get one of the games that we've been kind of waiting, where both LeBron and Luka, the stars align, and they both have great games. But because so far it's been one or the other. It hasn't been, even in the game they won, it wasn't like a solid game from both of them in both cases. So, yeah, we'll see.
AR gets another 20-point performance too. He I think he figured something out. I really do.
We'll see. I think he's shooting well from three. If he figures out the inside three line, then yeah, he's gonna be a problem. But we'll see. I got the Timberwolves winning tomorrow. But again, like I've said the past few days, is as long as the Timberwolves can either win the first quarter or prevent themselves from being down by more than 10 or more points in the first quarter, they're more than likely going to win the game, because they definitely have been dominating the Lakers quarters 2 through 3. Not in the sense of they just win them all, but when you combine the points, they typically have won the game, won those 3 quarters by a combined score. So we'll see what it is. Oh, Marcy's calling me.
Damn shame. She told that
No,
nigga
go ahead
stop
and log
saying
out
that.
now. Go ahead and log out now.
I gotta bring her a
Put
bottle
it
of water.
away.
I'll be right back.
You might,
Yep.
you might as well go ahead and you might as well
I'm just gonna
log
put
out.
water in a cup for MJ.
Log out, gang.
Tell me log
Yeah, exactly. You might as well log out, gang.
I'll be right back.
That nigga's a good dad.
Right. Go ahead and get her the water. Don't run. Don't trip and get an injury. We know you're old now. Don't be trying to pull something, trying to rush over there.
And he gotta remember he got that gate there. That ain't gonna fucking slip.
Trip on the gate. Bust his ass. All we're gonna hear is help. Somebody help me.
Hey man, the
We
nigga ain't
can't
got
help
life alert.
you. I'm over here in Florida, and Jabron's
I'm
too
an
far
hour
away.
away. Exactly. I'm an hour away. Nope.
You're cooked. You better tell Marcy to help you. She asked you to get the water. So, you would ask her to help you. But yeah, Lakers got it. Lakers got it. Like, look at me. Look at me, people. Look at me, people. Take the over. Take the over. AR 15 is going for 20. Luka is going for 30 plus. LeBron, fuck him. But take the over on everybody else. Take the over.
They can take the over on his hairline. They'd be all right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. There was some, like I said, if the game is called not so touchy foul, touchy this, like Timberwolves got to play way more aggressive than the Lakers, I felt, in that last game. But it is what it is. They got outplayed regardless. But first quarter, I think Luka is gonna go crazy. The Lukas are here. The Lukas are here.
Because I think last game tomorrow it was Boston.
Yeah, Boston and Boston Celtics and Pacers.
The Magic. Oh yeah, I think the Magic got their win. It's done.
They might have got their win.
And then, like I said, Milwaukee don't win. It's done, daughter. It's it. It's done, daughter.
Yeah, Celtics gonna pull the W from that one. Drew Holiday should be back. Does anybody know what's going on with Drew? Why he missed this game?
Hold on. It was
which I've noticed when Drew doesn't play.
Hamstring strain.
When Drew doesn't play this season and last season, they lose a lot of games when he doesn't play. But when Tatum or Jaylen Brown doesn't play, they still kind of win. But when Drew is out,
because Drew steps up.
When Drew's out,
Drew's the floor general.
They
on both sides of the court. I mean, he's played a lot off the ball, and he just sees the court so well. So he orchestrates the off. I'm thinking about my words here because fuck you guys. So I just want to let you know.
If anything comes out of this podcast, that's it right there. Think about what you say before you say it.
Man, trying to say conductor. He's a great floor general.
Orchestrates the defense. So yeah, I mean, yeah, right hamstring strain. So I think
he might miss another game.
He might miss another game. Actually, they're already announcing he's out. Estimated return.
Okay, I might take the Magic getting another game if Drew's missing. I think the Celtics will win, but I wouldn't be surprised if Magic get another one.
I will.
You got
I'll take.
You got Mr. No Left Hand having a good game. I think they win. I think Celtics win this one. Left hand bandit coming. He might have a 30-point game.
Who left hand bandit?
Jaylen Brown.
The left hand bandit. He ain't got one. That man make $200+ million for not going left.
I was gonna say that threw me off there. I was like, wait, is he left-handed? I
No,
thought
he's
he was
right-handed.
right-handed.
He's right-handed.
I know. It threw me off.
Yeah, you got to because that's what he do to everybody else.
All right, moving on. Pacers, Bucks.
I already said it.
It's very
Pacers.
important.
Milwaukee don't get this game done, Donna.
Yeah, they got to get this game. So, but as I mentioned, both teams are subpar away teams. So, and they're both really good home teams. So, it is in the
Dame
got to
show up. Man.
James got to show up. He's got 2 games under his belt now. So, game 3, we gotta get Dame time. Dollar got to show up. It can't be Dame. It got to be Dollar. So we're gonna need a 25+ point performance out of him for the Bucks to win this game for sure. Because Giannis is going for 30+. Like,
yeah, you can book it. You can just book it 30+ out of him.
Yeah, let's book it. I mean, he's shooting 60% from the field. Like, there is
ain't nothing you can do.
There's none.
There ain't nothing you could do. You can just pray and hope that you can get him in for foul trouble. But nobody wants to stand in front of that fucking freight train. Like nobody's brave enough to try to take that charge. So he gonna get his no matter what.
The only person crazy enough is on his team, Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis, yeah, for real. But yeah, I don't think there's anybody who wants to take a charge from Giannis because you're gonna be out the game. You might get the call, but you're gonna be out the game afterward.
Look, Indiana winning if Miles Turner's still dressing like somebody auntie.
Oh shit! He need to stick to the Legos. Leave the fashion for people who know what they're doing. Stick to the Legos, brother.
Dressing like someone's auntie is crazy work.
You ain't seen that picture?
No,
that man was sitting on.
I don't look at the pregame stuff.
It wasn't pregame. It was a game. It was a game. He was sitting out and he was on the bench. He was on the bench dressed like somebody auntie, sitting with his leg across. I'm like what?
Too big for that. Once you hit it, first of all, I don't mean to offend nobody, but as a man, you can't sit a certain. As a straight man, you can't sit a certain way. But as someone that is over 6'3", you definitely can't sit a certain way. Like
that man was sitting like somebody auntie.
Do not cross your legs. That's crazy.
Like the rich auntie with no kids that's been divorced twice.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Yeah, you can't do that.
With your foot with the one foot just swinging like this, just up and down, just swinging.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, hopefully we have another good. I mean, hopefully we have a solid game. Game 2 is definitely the best game so far. But we'll see. But what Dame, we got Dollar got to show up. So hopefully game 4 he's kind of back. And then if he's back, it's a problem. It's gonna be a problem because, So I think we're gonna end it there. That's the last game of the night. Yeah, that ends the night.
Yep.
So 4 games tomorrow, with that game, spearheading or finishing the night. So, all right, everyone, thank you. Like, follow, subscribe, comment. Don't forget to make sure you're going over to Lamar's channel. L3RDTV, Instagram, and YouTube. We'll holla at y'all.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Adios.